So what's the filly's name?
Splendor Time. She's a pretty horsepaw. She's part Arab. Her sire was Daystar, who won the Derby in '78.
Yeah, and the mare?
This is her first breeding. Her sire was Laddie Boy.
Had any Derby winners?
No, but 1 second and 2 third-place finishers, but the mare's pedigree has depth. See, her dam was Inca at a Bellicosa and Fireside Chat. Fireside Chat's dam and sire was Dream Deferred and Leveler showed at the Derby in '78. Dream Deferred's sire, Culpepper, won the Preakness in '74. And before that, there was a whole slew of other horses that just kept...
What was her name?
Oh, Marley's Dancer.
I think we saw her.
Yeah, Besley County 2 years ago.
Yep. Yep.
She's pretty.
You think if you keep enough notes between you, you'll be able to pick a winner?
Well, you can.
It's 90% luck.
Well, you could say the same thing about farming.
You don't know whether there's going to be rainy days, whether there's going to be enough sunny days.
I don't even know why I talked to you about this.
All right. We'll go to Louisville tomorrow. You buy those tobacco seeds, I'll buy that filly. And in 2 years, we'll see whose investment works out for the best.
I'll take that bet.
I know you will.
I'm picking up some things for our trip tomorrow. I'll be back before supper.
It's not all luck.
No.
Has anybody seen my satchel?
I haven't seen it, Clay.
Where are you guys?
Ready?
In here.
All right. Got an ace.
What are you doing?
Well, Jeremy's teaching us how to play blackjack.
You're teaching Lexi how to gamble?
Well, it's a good way to practice addition and subtraction.
Yeah, it's just a little fun, Clay. I'm sure Pa wouldn't mind. Stay.
Hit me.
Oh.
I busted.
Hit me, too. I win. Who could that be?
Hello, Ned.
Regine.
Aunt Regine?
I know this is an unexpected visit, but may I come in?
This should be interesting.
Alice always mentions in her letters how fast you're growing, and I try to imagine how tall you are, but I just never saw you as a grown-up young lady.
Well, Pa says I'm tall because I hang from trees. It stretches my bones.
Oh, dear, you don't.
Yeah, I'm afraid she does.
And Alice, isn't she the very picture of Libby when she was 18? Alice tells me you're from New York.
Yeah.
Really?
Bags are all upstairs, Aunt Regine.
Thank you, Clay.
Morning comes pretty early around here. We need to turn in.
I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Sean.
Good night.
Hi, Pa.
Good night, Pop.
Good night, Lexi. Sweet dreams, Alice.
Come on, Lexi. I'll say your prayers with you.
They've turned out so well, Ned. And I think it was wonderfully generous of you to take Jeremy in.
Why are you here?
I came to ask your forgiveness. I miss seeing my nieces and nephews. I miss being a part of your family. So I made the trip out here to tell you that I'm sorry for what happened 10 years ago, and I hope you can forgive me.
You could have written me a letter.
Oh, I did. At least I started several. I guess I needed to see you face to face. Can you find it in your heart to accept my apology?
Out of respect for Libby's memory, yes.
Does that mean that I could spend a few days here, get to know the children again?
Well, the boys and I have to go on a business trip tomorrow to Louisville.
Then I could stay and help out with the girls. It's perfect timing, isn't it?
Well, maybe it is.
Thank you, Ned. It means the world to me. I'll see you in the morning.
You still making that trip out to Louisville?
Yeah, we got one chance at that yearling that Clay's got his eye on.
I just thought that of your Aunt Regine arriving and all, that maybe you'd...
Yeah, I think Pa's happy to have an excuse not to stay.
All right, well, be careful and come home safely.
You ready to leave?
I want you to take Jeremy and Clay to Louisville without me.
You're gonna give Clay $500 and trust him to buy that horse by himself?
I think he's ready for the responsibility.
You sure about that? Or you just don't want to leave the girls here alone with Aunt Regine?
I think it's best if I stay.
People change, Bob.
Yeah, if they want to.
Well, I'm glad you're giving her a second chance.
I've decided not to go to Louisville.
But I thought...
And I'm counting on you to make the best deal on that filly you can.
Me?
You know what you're doing. And I believe I can trust you to make a good buy. And try to make sure that you get home in one piece.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Paul. Come on.
And pick up Jeremy. He's waiting at the north gate.
This is my dreaming tree. It's my favorite place to go.
Your dreaming tree?
Mm-hmm. It's where I sit and dream about things.
Ah, I can see you take after your father.
If you climb to the top, you can see the whole farm.
Lexi, you mustn't do that.
Oh, no, it's all right. She does it all the time. She won't fall.
Well, it's not just the possibility of an accident. You're a young lady now. You can't be acting like a wild little boy.
Well, girls can climb trees the same as boys can.
Now, didn't Alice write me about a white horse?
Oh, the Andalusian. He's beautiful. Pa brought him all the way over from Spain.
Well, I can hardly wait to see him.
Come on.
Oh, Spain. Wouldn't you girls love to travel there?
Easy, boy.
It's over here, Regine.
There's still bad blood between the two of you?
I haven't spoken to Regine since she tried to take my daughters away from me.
Never did understand why she tried to split up the family like that, Ned. She thought I wasn't capable of bringing up two young girls in the wilds of Kentucky. Yeah, I guess they did turn out pretty badly, all right. Did you ever tell Alice and Lexi about it?
Didn't see the point.
Come on, woman. Walk. Walk.
Was tired of looking at horse stalls in Kentucky. So she decided.
understand why you had to come all the way to Louisville to pick up tobacco seed.
I didn't have to. If the shopkeeper in Lexington refused my trade, why would I do business with him now? Sure you don't want me to go see that filly with you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It'll take me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Sean, I'm fine.
All right. I'll see you back here for a second.
Doesn't seem like you trust you much, does it?
Of course you trust me. Come on, let's go.
Hey, look, there she is. Splendor time.
How do you know what you're looking for?
Her head should be well proportioned to the rest of her body. She should have a deep, wide chest, legs squarely set, straight. Rapid, straight movement. You don't want any of that crossfiring or paddling.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, if we're done here, I'm gonna take off.
What are you talking about?
Well, I saw a little place in town where I could get into a nice, friendly card game on our way over here. Thought I'd pick up some spending money before we head back.
Yeah, or lose your shirt.
Other guys lose their shirts. Jeremy Bradford turns a profit.
Oh, of course, of course.
Well, you're welcome to come along if you want to pick up a few pointers.
Yeah, pointers from you? Yeah, thanks anyway.
Yeah, you probably feel out of place there. I'm sure there are a lot of really pretty girls
Oh, really?
wearing not much.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, just don't get yourself thrown in jail. You know, Pa's not here to bail you out.
You just worry about taking care of yourself. I'll be fine. Oh, and keep an eye on your money. A lot of drifters around here wouldn't mind taking it off you.
Yeah. My money...
See you later, Clay.
Ladies, you're back. Red 34.
Hit me.
Come in. Come in.
I've had the most remarkable visit, Ned. Thank you.
I'm glad that the girls have had this chance to get to know you.
I know this is a difficult topic for us to discuss, but I hope you'll hear me out. When I first came here, I had nothing more in mind than seeing my nieces and nephews. They're Libby's children, after all. But after spending time with the girls, especially Alice, Well, I want to take her back to Boston with me, Ned. She's ready, and I'd very much like to introduce her to everything the city can offer her.
Regine.
She's a beautiful young lady. She deserves the chance to find a proper husband.
Proper husband.
You know what I mean. Someone she can love, yes, but someone who can also provide for her and who has some semblance of social standing.
You've asked to spend some time with my family. Fine. Spend time here. But you're not taking them back to Boston with you.
Ned.
No.
I had hoped over the years you might have changed.
Not when it comes to my children.
Thought you weren't interested in places like this.
Well, I didn't have anything else to do, so thought I'd stop by for a few minutes.
If you're gonna sit in that chair, you better handy up.
No thanks. Watch.
Have you seen my...
Were you looking for me?
No, I was looking for my two brothers.
Oh. If they look like you, I think I would have noticed.
Well, one of them does, and the other one... I guess they're not here.
I guess not.
They might show up, though.
They might. Would you like me to tell them you're looking for them?
Sure.
Or would you like to have a drink with me while you wait?
Here's a picture of your mother and me when we were about your ages. And this is a painting she did of our house on Beacon Street. She couldn't wait to bring you home to see it.
My mother painted?
That's probably where your artistic talent comes from. You do still draw, don't you?
Oh, when I can find the time. Not very often.
Your mother never painted at all once she left Boston.
Well, this is very good.
Oh, yes. She had great talent. She had been accepted at l'École des Beaux-Arts, but then she met your father and... Well, I guess he swept her off her feet. It was a big disappointment to our family that she gave up something she loved so much to follow Ned to Kentucky. But of course, she loved your father very much, too.
Well, what else do you have?
Your mother was christened in this dress. And this was her wedding gown.
Her wedding gown? Why do you have it?
Oh, she sent it to me. She wanted me to wear it when I got married.
Well, did you?
Oh, no, dear. I never did get married. I was the one who was left home to care for father and mother. Here, Alice, try it on. Yes.
All right.
I've been saving this dress for you. Your mother always said she wanted you to be married at our house on Beacon Hill. Oh. Oh, Alice. Oh, you are her. You are Libby. I can't wait for your mother's friends to see you.
It's beautiful.
What are you doing?
Ned.
Take that off.
Well, it's Ma's wedding gown.
I'll speak to you downstairs, Regine.
Pa? Pa? I'm so sorry, Aunt Regine.
It's all right. It's not your fault.
Do you think he's mad at us for looking at Ma's things?
No, Angel. No. It's me. He always finds a reason to get angry at me. Don't worry. I'll talk to him. Everything is fine.
I want you to leave first thing tomorrow.
What are you so afraid of?
Afraid? I'm not afraid, Regine. I am angry. You show up at my doorstep full of apologies telling me what happened 10 years ago was a mistake. And here you are doing it all over again.
Doing what?
You know damn well what. How could you have tried to take my children away from me? After I lost the one person I love the most in this world.
You were out of your mind with grief, Ned. You weren't capable of taking care of them.
Not capable. They were everything to me. They're what kept me alive.
And what about me, Ned? You dragged my only sister all the way to Kentucky and left me there to take care of Mother and Father. I only got to see Libby a couple of times before she died.
There was a war, Regine.
Yes. And then after the war, there was the farm to build and horses to buy. Always about you.
You're treading on thin ice.
You are so afraid that the girls might actually like their family in Boston, that they won't come back to you. Isn't that why you never let Libby come home for a visit?
I never stopped her.
Isn't that why you haven't let your daughters come there?
They're children. They'll come when I bring them.
You are so stuck in your own way of thinking you cannot see what you're doing to them. I just hope they don't end up hating you as much as...
Go back to Boston.
She's longing to spend her days in Europe, wandering around the Louvre. And he is trying to figure out how to make a killing in the stock market. They'll look at each other in a moment and smile and think that they're dreaming the same dream. Look.
Now, you make up stories about everyone you see.
Yes.
Why is that?
Do you want me to tell you the story of seeing you?
Yeah, maybe.
You want more out of life than you're willing to tell even yourself. But you're afraid to let somebody down. Who? A wife?
No.
Parent? Don't be afraid to go after what you want.
Why don't I go after another drink? Can I get 2 more of those?
Do you stand pat?
Hit me.
No.
What?
No.
Are you crazy? I have a 12.
You'll go bust.
Make up your mind.
Hit me!
There were 2 threes and 2. The rest were 10 and above.
How do you know that?
I was keeping track of the cards.
He was using 3 decks.
Yeah, so?
You can keep track of 3 decks of cards.
Generally, it's not that difficult.
Well, come on, we're winning my money back.
Whoa, no.
Clay, you gotta help me out. I just lost everything I had.
I told you I'm not interested in gambling.
It's not gambling. If you can keep track of all the cards, it's a sure thing.
Paul gave me that money to buy a horse. Right? I can't risk anything happening to it.
What can happen?
All right, 1 hand. That's it.
Let's go. Time to go. Let's go.
Have a drink.
Clay, let's go.
I'm on a winning streak.
I know,
Give me some
that's
more.
the best time to leave.
Will you calm down? Yeah, the rate I'm going, I'll bring home 2 horses to Paul. Won't he be surprised? Marty, I want you to hit me.
Tough luck, kid.
How am I gonna face my Paul without that horse?
You better figure out how you're gonna face Sean, because here he comes.
Where have you two been? I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, out.
Sightseeing.
Boy, I'm beat. Better get to bed, huh?
Yeah. Night.
Yeah, Regine, please don't go. I'll talk to Pa. He'll change his mind.
It's probably for the best.
What do you mean?
Oh, your father's right. I never should have come here and interfered. It's just...
What?
I promised myself I was not going to tell you this. But I may never see you again. I think you have the right to know, Alice. Your mother never wanted to live in Kentucky. She desperately wanted to come home, especially after you were born. She wanted you to know your family and to grow up in the city, not on some farm. She wanted you to go to art school and to meet the right kinds of people, but your father would hear nothing of it. Before she died, she made me promise that one day I'd bring you to Boston. I guess it's up to you to decide for yourself.
Okay, he looks like he's got some money to spare. Huh?
Jermaine, I can't do this.
Whoa. Clay. Listen, you asked me to find a way to get your money back, right? This is the only way I know how.
But I told you that I do not want to have any part of any of your games.
Whoa. Okay, come on, this is our chance. Go.
Excuse me, sir. Hi, I was wondering if you could tell me what time it is.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Watch where you're
Look,
going.
terribly sorry.
Element of people on the streets today, sir, I tell you.
Yes, quite. It's 8:05.
8:05. Thank you very much. How much you get?
$50.
It's a start.
Good to see you again, Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Back to take it back.
Oh, boy.
Three and a half. Down 400. Get 4 down 4.5. Want to get 450, sir. 400 down 4.5. I'm 400. Get 4.5. Get 4.5. Get 4.5. Get 4.5. 4.5. 4.25.
But hit me. Thank you, Marty. There you go, Marty.
What's the matter?
I can't remember.
You can't remember Clay?
I mean, there were 5 kings and 4.
Hit or stand?
Hit? Thank you, Marty. Thank you. Hey, buy yourself a drink. Look.
Thanks.
We'll go buy the Philly, and then we'll return the wallet.
Wait, return the wallet? Why?
We have to. Going to the auction, you're a little late.
They finished an hour ago. Where were you?
Well, Sean,
we got lost. I mean, we've been wandering around town for 2 hours looking for the place. We don't know where we are.
You lost some money, didn't you?
No.
No? Where is it?
Well, I have it right here.
Clay, Pa trusted you to bring that horse back. And he trusted me to make sure you did, and now it looks like we both let him down. We'll talk about this later.
You sure we need to give the wallet back?
Yes.
There he is.
Take care now. I know you. You're the kid who stole my wallet.
Oh, stole it? You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we didn't steal it. We found it.
Found it. A likely story.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've been looking for you all day so we could return it.
Oh, yes? Empty, no doubt. What the devil?
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me. You looking for the lady you were having dinner with last night?
Yes, sir.
She left this for you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Come in. Shut the door behind you, will you?
What happened to you yesterday?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters. You disappeared on me.
I'm here now.
Why are you sending Aunt Regine away, Pa? I want her to stay.
It's not an easy thing to explain, Lexi.
We'll try.
You aren't always going to be able to make your children's decisions for them, Ned.
I don't now.
Pa, I'm going to Boston with Aunt Regine. Pa, you're not gonna change my mind. I've decided. It's what Ma wanted.
And how do you know that? Did she ever tell you that she was unhappy here?
No. But she did say she missed certain things. Opera, art, museums.
And if we moved the family to Boston, don't you think she would miss things here?
Yes.
The first time I stood on this rise was with your mother. We were trying to decide where to build a house. She wanted it on the rise, I wanted it on the river. I can't tell you what to do any more than I could her. But what I can tell you is as much as she loved this farm, she loved you children more. And if she wanted you to go to Boston, you'd have known about it.
But Aunt Regine told me that she wanted me to go to art school there.
Alice, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I don't know that I want to live in Lexington my whole life. And there's so many places to see, things to do.
You have to listen to your own heart very carefully before you make these kinds of big decisions.
Hey, Bonnie. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to Louisville.
As a matter of fact, I'm just passing through myself.
Passing through. Where are you going?
I'm going to New York.
What do we, call this here?
Call it an adventure, a story, a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. And we call it an idea for my new novel.
You're a writer.
Yes. Yeah. Would you care to hear something that I wrote last night?
Sure.
I write stories for women who dream of adventure. The man entered the restaurant and approached her table. I was looking for my two brothers, he said. Bedelia's pulse quickened, for she knew without a doubt he was the handsomest man she'd ever seen. And if she could just spend one day with him, it'd be a day she'd remember for the rest of her life.
Really?
Really.
How much money do we have?
We got the $500 your father gave us, plus $100 we made a gambling.
Excuse me, sir. Hello. I was wondering if I could talk to you about that horse. Splendor Time.
What about her? Well,
I was supposed to buy her.
well, I'd say you're about a day late, aren't you?
Well, I hope not.
Well, I'm sorry, boys, but the horse is mine.
I was wondering if you wouldn't like to make a little profit.
Whoa. What's that?
How much you pay for?
$4.50.
Suppose I was to offer you
$5.
No thanks.
Well, a $50 profit for doing nothing? How can you turn that down?
No, sorry, boys, you find yourself another horse, all right?
$600.
Whoa. You're gonna offer me $600 for this yearling?
Yes, sir. You You see, my sainted aunt, she doesn't have long to live. And, well, it's her dying wish that this horse is part of our family.
Son, $150 will do it. You don't have to give me a whopper on top of it. You got yourself a horse.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Pa? I thought about it, and I want to go to Boston. I mean, I heard what you said about Ma loving this land and about all this being part of her dream. Well, it's part of my dream, too. But in Boston, I can go to the theater and the museums, and so that's what I want to do.
Alice.
Someday. Not now. I'm not ready yet. But when the time comes, I'd like to go.
I still don't see how you managed to buy that filly back.
Oh, it was just good business sense, Sean. You're either born with it or you're not. Sean?
It'll be good to get home, won't it?
Yeah.
Wait a second. You said what to the guy?
Oh, so I said, sir, you have sons? I mean, haven't they ever made mistakes?
You said what?
Yeah, so he said, son, I admire your courage. And sold me the filly.
He did not say that.
He did too.
Oh, he did not.
Well, where were you? I mean, we hardly saw you. What were you doing?
Me? Church, mostly. And, I went to the art museum. All in all, a pretty uneventful trip.